All right, before I go on my next test drive with FSD, I want to point out a few things about the camera system. I know it's kind of hard to see it's daylight out, but that little hole-looking thing and next to it, it's actually really hard to see. But I believe there's actually multiple cameras up here in the front. I don't think it's just one. I think there's probably like a wide angle. I'm pretty sure I've seen two lenses there for a stereoscopic view, so that it can do depth perception. But I want to point out these cameras for a reason. You've probably seen the iconic ones on the side here. There's one there. There's one here. This is called, I believe, the B pillar. You've got a lens right up in there, protected by glass. And then, of course, you have one on the back down there, which most people have, like for backing up. And then, of course, you have the same ones over here. And then again down here. But what I want to point out is that it actually says in the manual to keep these clean and to clean them periodically. So you always want to make sure they're relatively clean before you go on a test drive. If you notice, I kind of park underneath some of these pine and cypress trees, whatever these are, to keep the sun off the car during the day. But what I noticed was the past few days I've been doing self-driving without my camera because I've been having passengers, but I was getting notifications that there was an issue with one of my side cameras and that full self-driving would be degraded. And what I found out was that this camera right here, even though I cleaned it and I wiped it with auto glass cleaner, I came back out here during the day and there was some sap, some dried sap right about here, probably dropping off of one of these trees. And even though I wiped it with auto glass cleaner, it didn't come off. So I really had to scrub with my finger. I was actually afraid that there was something on the back side of the glass, but it did come off. And so that's just a reminder to keep your cameras clean before you do self-driving, especially the front one, obviously, because it will act degraded. It'll tell you that it's degraded functionality. It'll put off a lot of annoying warnings, and it may even fail to operate correctly. So always keep your cameras clean. So this is the view from the Sentry mode streaming that you can do in the app, where you can actually view the cameras around your car to see what's going on with your car. And if you notice, all the blue areas are the areas that you can see in the live Sentry mode. There's two little black areas to the left and right where you can't see anything. I wonder if those are kind of like blind spots, which might explain why the Tesla has to take extra time to turn right or left at an intersection. However, it is possible that the front camera has a wide angle that can see beyond that they don't show you in Sentry mode. And maybe it can detect motion a little bit wider out. So it is speculation, but here you can see all the camera locations and the rough areas that they're used to view.